Hey everyone, Sagnita here. So today I wanted to share a little bit about my story. I grew up in the Southwest. I am the youngest child. Um, my childhood was fantastic. My siblings and I were very close. I think my favorite part about my childhood were the summers because we would kind of just play all day and not come home till it was like dark, and my mom was home always making sometimes tortillas. I remember going into the kitchen and grabbing like a tortilla, putting butter in it and some Kool-Aid, and then we grab it and then we go back out and play. It was fantastic. My siblings now, we're still connected. I feel like we could be a lot more connected, but we've got lives to live. We have our kids, our careers, but I love them very much. In 2005, I moved to LA, and I try to do everything. LA is huge, and it's beautiful, and it's full of opportunities. And I went to massage therapy school. And in massage therapy school, I met a lady who was taking some Reiki courses, and she was in love. Like, she was so passionate about it, and um and it was great. However, I wasn't ready for Reiki yet. And so later down the road, I ended up becoming certified as a Reiki master, and I practice now. But what led me to Reiki was really like the journey of self-discovery. I I come from a religious family. My family, they're born again Christian, and religion wasn't something that served me well. I don't want to say that I like went through trauma, because it really wasn't trauma, but it was a lot of big emotions, feeling unworthy, like not good enough, or not having control of who I am. And I don't mean it in a possessive way, like I'm attaching myself to things. No, just feeling that I am a passenger in a vehicle that's going super, super fast, and all I could do is brace myself and be like, okay, well, I gotta trust this driver. And I didn't like the feeling. I didn't like the feeling, so I started to search. And initially, that search took me to some really, really interesting places. Um, I I had some really heavy experiences, but later down the road, I came across Buddhism, and Buddhism was the stepping stone to where I'm at now. Buddhism was the other, right, to the religion that I grew up in. And Buddhism didn't really judge me, and it allowed me to realize that I am more than this vehicle right here, that I am more than this lifetime even. And so I continued to search, and I continued to question, and I realized that we are all energy, and that we're infinite, and that we have many lifetimes behind us and many more lifetimes ahead of us. And that was comforting. I realized that ego is that one thing that creates separation between all of us. I realized that love is that force, that high energy that exists. That is the fountain that we come from. And because we all come from the same source, we are all one. We are all one. And apart from being distracted, with things that feed our ego, the moment that we realize that we're here for a purpose bigger than we are, um, that we are love and that we are light. It transformed my life, and my circumstances started to change. Um, and I know that the circumstances started to change when I started doing the hard work. So I started really looking in and trying to understand who I was and why I thought the way I did and why I did things the way I did and why things hurt the way they did. And I realized that, you know, I know I possess some great qualities, but I also know that there's things that aren't so great. I used to be really angry, and I used to be super entitled and selfish, and I would attach myself to things and to others, and I was controlling, and really deconstructing those things was sometimes scary, and sometimes a little sad because I didn't realize that I had these patterns. Like, I never saw them until I decided to slow down and look within. So, um, so now I'm grateful for that. I again, I love that I have this opportunity to be here. I love that when my life started to change, so did the people around me. I truly believe that it is important for you to surround yourself by people that think like you and that have goals similar to yours, because they will uplift you. Not only will they uplift you, but they'll be a an example. My partner, my husband, is is God sent. He didn't save me, but he sure was there. you know, he walked the walk and he talked the talk, and he loved me, and I felt safe for probably the first time. Not that I didn't feel safe as a kid, but that level of awareness, that level of safety that he showed me so kindly, you know, really helped to transform my life. And so I want to tell you that this is really who I am. I am a Reiki healer. I'm a life doula. I am here not only to love myself and invest in myself, but also to be here for service to others, because this is what we're all here for. We're here to give our gifts and our talents and our skill and our time to others. That's where the gold is. That's where life starts having a different meaning. That's where life is sweeter. But the first step is you have to heal yourself. It's really difficult to try and give to your loved ones and really, like, without hurting them, without creating attachments, um, if your cup is empty. If you do not know how to love yourself, how are you going to love somebody else? Like, how does that happen? I tried it. I tried it and I failed. And although those lessons were tough, I get it now. I get it now. And if I can provide a word of encouragement, or if I can provide a session of Reiki, I'll do it. If it's going to change your life, if it's going to be like what you need at that moment to be able to breathe and say, okay, I get it. Let's keep walking, or, let's keep moving and really pushing to your goals. I want to do that. I want to be here. I want to serve. I want to be like a beacon of light. So, thank you for listening. I love you guys very much. I hope that we continue to connect. I am here for you. And remember that we are loved. Remember that we are liked. So let's shine.